for Ask Our Doctors. Today's questions are all about the shocking lengths that people are going to in the name of beauty. We recently received this home video from Helen.
Doctors, I've always hated my brown eyes. Ever since I was a little girl, I've wanted blue eyes. Is there any cosmetic procedure that can permanently change the color of my eyes?
There is a new procedure. It's called the New Color Iris. It's a diaphragm that is basically implanted surgically, and it permanently covers the iris to change its color. Wow. Pretty drastic, though.
Wow.
It sounds very drastic.
I would think
just
to change the color.
I
don't
would
know.
think contacts would be easier. And what about if you don't like the blue eyes and you want to go back to brown?
Well, we're going to get into all of that, but take a look at this first.
Anita Adams has gorgeous blue-green eyes, but they're not natural. In fact, she went under the knife to change her eye color permanently. This is how Anita's eyes used to look. One was green and one was brown. It was a dramatic difference.
It really bugged me and annoyed me. It made me feel very uncomfortable.
Then she learned about a new procedure called New Color Iris to change the color of her eyes. But it's not approved in the United States. So the 37-year-old from Grand Junction, Colorado, traveled all the way to Panama, the only place it's offered. The patient remains awake under local anesthesia. The doctor makes a corneal incision, then implants a lens made of silicone. Watch as the folded implant is placed into the incision, then unfurled, covering the patient's natural iris. Doctors warn any surgery comes with risks. But for Anita, her new eyes really changed the way she sees herself.
Amazing. I almost cried.
Mark is here in our audience. He had this surgery performed 6 months ago in Panama. He went from brown to blue eyes in a matter of minutes. And Mark, welcome to the show, but I have to ask you, why this procedure?
Well, I've always worn color contacts, and I didn't need to wear color contacts anymore because I had LASIK surgery 4 months before the New Color Iris procedure. And I just always hated having brown eyes. Every time I looked at myself in the mirror, I just didn't like it. I wouldn't even check the mail, take out the trash without wearing color contacts.
And admittedly, the difference is pretty drastic, but one of the things that I find interesting is, were you told about risks of this surgery when you went down to Panama?
Yeah, there's risks with all surgeries, of course, but my best friend, she did the surgery, and she had no problems, and when I saw her eyes, I was like, I need to get that done. Nothing was going to get in my way. I didn't care about anything else. I just had to have it.
Did you think about complications? If there's only one place, and, you know, what happens if you have problems?
Well, and that's why we have Dr. Kerry Assil here. He's an ophthalmologist. He was opposed to this surgery. And Dr. Assil, there are risks with every surgery, but you feel pretty strongly that this is not something people should be getting done.
The risk for this particular procedure is entirely unacceptable.
And what are the risks?
Well, blindness for starters.
That's bad.
Yes. The shape of this product, the size of this product, the location that it's placed in will eventually lead to cataracts, loss of their cornea, inflammation inside the eye, and a severe form of glaucoma that would result in irreversible blindness. I don't blame you at all for wishing to have different colored eyes. I think there's lots of people who have that hope and ambition. I'm not at all happy with any physician on the planet who would forget that their first responsibility is to not do harm to their patients as individuals and to masses in general. And this is a procedure that will never be approved by the US FDA in its current form. It's not to say that someday we won't have entirely safe implants.
And aesthetically, we have to admit it. Mark, your eyes look great.
Yeah, they do. Look good.
And you're happy.
I'm very happy. It's reversible. If I don't want them in 10 years from now, or if I have problems, I could have it removed. It's reversible.
It could be damage, though.
Right.
It comes up later.
The damage from it is clearly not reversible.
And you have to think that we looked at it here in the U.S., and that's why there's so many protocols. And if it's not being done in the U.S., you got to kind of think why. You know?
It's a new surgery, and the lens is the same lens used in cataract surgeries for the past 20 years. It's just a colored version of it.
No, that's simply not true, young man. It is not the lens used in cataract surgery. I've done more than 30,000 eye surgeries. I am not a conservative surgeon. This lens is not the lens we use in cataract surgery. It's not shaped in any way similar to the lens we use in cataract surgery. The material it's made of and the position it's placed inside the eye. The only reason I'm being so passionate about this is because your eyes look so nice. If your eyes look terrible, I wouldn't worry about other people naively running out and becoming blind having this procedure done. It's because it looks nice on the surface, and I know that it's so dangerous that it's important to let your viewers understand that a 20, 30, 40, 50% chance of eventually going blind is simply not worth it.
That's too hard.
I was told it's safer than cataract surgery.
You also have to have the people, the doctors with experience who have done all these and have had all the background knowledge to really try and tell you, who have no real interest in it. Okay, all those people have an interest in, selling you that procedure to really tell you what is important. And if,
Well, and really, the point of this is just to show both sides of the debate. Clearly, you're happy with your result, and we're not in any way, shape, or form trying to say that what you did was a mistake for you. We're just trying to let everyone at home know that there are a lot of risks with this, and not recommended by someone I consider to be a very respected ophthalmologist, and Dr. Assil. So thank you both for being here and sharing your stories.